before we get started, I would like to remind you that if you would like to support the channel, head on over to firstwarrior.com. First Warrior is the original American badass brand, bringing you the finest ladies and men's apparel from all over the USA since 2012. They're a brand made for American patriots, pro-police, pro-fire, pro-military, pro-gun. So head on over to firstwarrior.com and use my discount code SOHIMANUSA to get 10% off on every single order. And how about stopping by and looking at our ambassador program? We take in a wide variety of people, from those who may have served in Vietnam, who may have 50 kills under his belt, to the local level 1000 prestige master Call of Duty player who has never fired a gun in his life but goes by the name of Claps Your Mama's Cheeks 69. Whatever your taste is, First Warrior has something for you. So check out firstwarrior.com, and again, use my discount code if you would like to support the channel. Thank you, and let's get on with today's video. Alright people, what is going on? Welcome back. Now I know I said I was going to bring more comedy to the channel, but there was this news, what was the word I'm looking for? There was this incident on the news that I heard about last night, and I finally found a story. So apparently there was this this sergeant or whatever, some kind of Marine up in Columbia, actually my state of South Carolina, who actually was bullying some black guy. Now of course I'm taking this at face value because again I don't know the story. I did a little bit of research. Whoop. I seen a lot of people saying that it was racially motivated. I don't see how it could be, because again we don't have all the facts. But let's actually dive into this video here from Good Morning America, because I mean, of course we all know, you know, the media is going to spin this in a way that's very improper. They're going to push their own agenda. This is going to be a mess. Why does this have to be in my state, bro? All right, let's see what is going on here. Okay, so all right, I got the video. All right, let's check this out. This is not looking good.
Now we're going to go to the racial confrontation that is sparking outrage in South Carolina, where a white Army officer was caught on camera harassing a young black man, saying, quote, "You're in the wrong neighborhood," shoving him at one point. TJ Holmes here with the details. Good morning, TJ.
Hey, good morning to you, George. You know how this must feel to viewers, to Americans. Another day, another viral video of a racially charged incident. And this time, you see a young black man.
How do we know it's racially charged?
By a white man telling him, "Get out of this neighborhood or I will carry you out." Now, while we don't know everything that led up to the incident you're about to see on video.
Well, how do you know it's racially? Oh my fucking god, bro. How do you know it's racially charged if you don't know all the facts?
Hours of peaceful protests outside the home of Jonathan Pentland turned destructive overnight. Members of the Columbia, South Carolina community outraged over this caught-on-camera incident that led to the arrest of Pentland, an active duty soldier.
You're in the wrong neighborhood.
The incident happened Monday. Pentland is the man you see on the right in red. The 42-year-old is stationed at nearby Fort Jackson.
Or what? What are you going to do?
In the now viral video, for over 2 minutes, Pentland is seen berating the man for walking in the neighborhood.
You either walk away or I'm going to carry you out here. What do you want to do?
He demands to know where the young man lives.
Where? Where's your house?
And after repeated threats, gets physical.
You better walk away. You walk away. You're talking to my wife right now.
Pentland this morning is charged with assault and third-degree battery, and if convicted could face a $500 fine and 30 days in jail. Witnesses say police initially said they could only charge Pentland with destruction of property after swatting away the young man's cell phone. But the sheriff says he acted quickly after seeing the video, which has now attracted millions of views online.
We're going to hold those responsible for those accountable. We're not going to let people be bullies in our community, and if you are, then you're going to answer for it. And that's what we've done in this case.
Sade McCallum is a neighbor of Pentland's who recorded that video.
Hey, who's the chick?
It switched instantly, and he was very aggressive, and I knew that if something were to happen, you know, he was either going to be injured or he just wasn't going to make it out of that situation alive.
You do hear the alleged victim repeatedly attempt to de-escalate.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting. You know what? Maybe you should hang on a little longer. We'll see how it goes.
I just didn't want him to be another hashtag. We know how that goes for us. So that's what went through my mind.
Now, the sheriff is not releasing the name of the young black man in the video, who he calls absolutely a victim, but the sheriff does acknowledge that there were other incidents, at least 2 other recent incidents in that same neighborhood involving that young black man. But as the sheriff put it, there was nothing that occurred in those incidents that justified the assault we see in the video, and he left it at that. Also, guys, Fort Jackson, the commander there where that soldier is stationed, did say he does not condone the behavior in the video, and now the Justice Department is looking into the incident.
Yeah, people want to know more answers.
Exactly.
Yeah, more questions. But the sheriff was very clear about that. But you also were very clear too, TJ, that we don't know what happened leading up to that moment. When the camera
I don't know what the fuck
and
happened.
Wonder what happened. All we can do is wonder, but we have to go with what the sheriff is saying.
Right.
And he is saying, no matter what happened, and that young man, he's made clear, is a victim, is not facing any charges himself. He said for sure.
Of course, they're gonna make him out
nothing
look as a victim.
What we do see in the video, so we'll have some answers hopefully sooner than later.
Thank you for that clear, TJ.
All right, thank you, TJ.
All right. So look, let's get into this because it's so irritating because this is only a fucking story because it involves a white person doing something to a black guy. Look at the optics. If this shit was spun the other way around, if it was some black guy telling some white kid to get out of his neighborhood, I wouldn't even be doing this fucking video right now. If it was a black guy doing this to an Asian, if it was a Hispanic doing this to a white guy, a fucking Hispanic doing this to a black guy, bro. If it was any other race besides a white person, this would not be a story. Look at how the media spins this shit. They even said on Good Morning America, we don't even know what the fuck even concluded, what even made this situation get to this point. They don't even have all the facts themselves, but yet they determine that it's racially charged. Just because it's 2 people from different races? Bro, you have to prove intent if you were gonna say that it was racially charged. Did the white man called him all kinds of niggas and shit? How? We don't know if this guy was actually, I'm playing devil's advocate. We don't even know if this guy was actually, if he was actually like peeping around their house or doing something, because obviously you have to think in your mind, okay, why is this dude outside arguing with this man to begin with? You have to think that, how did we get right here in this situation? Something had to happen before. Hold on, let me see if I can actually find, bro, this makes no fucking sense. Hold on, let me see if I can find what actually happened, man. Let me see if I can find out why this was going over here. All right, so hold on 1 second. Okay, I think I found something. Now, of course, I've searched pretty much every other outlet that's reporting on this damn thing, and no one has any idea of what happened before. Of course, but of course we're gonna chalk it up to it's racially motivated. All right, let's get into this article here from military.com. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna link it in the fucking description so you guys can read it yourself. All right, let's see, where can I start? Okay, I guess I can start here. All right, let's get into it. It says the recording begins with Pentland, a U.S. Army staff sergeant, asking the black man what he's doing in the area. The black man says that he's simply walking and not bothering anyone. Although the 3-minute video, Pentland continuously demands the other man to leave the neighborhood, getting in his face and at one point pushing the man, who almost falls to the ground. "Let's go, walk away," he said. "I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking right now." At the end of the video, a woman who Pentland identifies as his wife can be heard telling the other man that he had picked a fight with some random lady in the neighborhood, a claim the black man then denies. Let's see, Johnson said authorities arrived at the scene and only gave Pentland a citation for malicious injury to property for slapping the man's phone out of his hand. Okay, that was the charge that he got, and cracking it. Officers at Fort Jackson and the U.S. Army's and officials at Fort Jackson, the U.S. Army's largest basic training facility, said Wednesday that they're looking into the incident. On one of their Twitter accounts, base officials also said that the U.S. Department of Justice authorities are investigating as well. Okay. Now again, I'm gonna leave the full thing in this in the link below. So from this article, because again, this is the only one I found. Let me know, for all you guys who are in South Carolina, let me know if you guys have found anything else. But it says that his wife was telling the other man, so I'm guessing the other guy who was recording or something, that the young man had picked a fight with some random young lady in the neighborhood, and that guy denies that. Okay, so see, there's so much like variables. There's so much that we don't know. We don't know if this guy was actually there. Apparently there was actually like a protest at that guy's house, at that staff sergeant's house, and of course, black people being black people, it turned violent and they started smashing shit and like throwing shit in the windows, and I also read that his family had to be moved from their own home. So it's like, bro, I understand. Okay, let's say if this guy really was bullying this young man, even if you went out there to protest, you can actually just protest peacefully and say, yo, look, this is wrong, this is fuck shit. We're gonna stand in solidarity for the young man. That's all you all. Like, I'm trying not to cuss. That's all you guys had to do, was just say, yo, we're gonna stand in solidarity, we're gonna be peaceful, and then we're gonna go about our day. But instead of doing that, you guys are chucking shit into his window. You guys are destroying this man's property, even if he was in the wrong. There's a way to do things where it brings a good light on the situation. Now, for the few racists, I almost said racists, for the few racist, true racists out there, they're going to look at this and it's going to be more ammunition on the fire. They're going to look at this and say, hey, look, son, look how these baboons are acting, destroying shit. All y'all had to do, the only thing y'all had to do was just peacefully protest. Just show up in support. Don't chuck shit into the man's window. I don't. But again, I couldn't find anything on whether that guy actually lived in that neighborhood. If you guys know, then send me something. Send me some kind of article, verifying that. But I didn't see anything. Everyone is saying that they don't know what actually led up to the situation, but yet everyone is chucking it up to it being racially motivated, which is just, I'm about to say something that is gonna maybe piss a lot of you guys off, but I don't care. I unsubscribe. I don't give two shits. But it's getting to a point where even if someone is being sneaky around your neighborhood, let's just, in this instance, say that guy was sneaking around the neighborhood, looking sus. Let's just say that it's going to get to a point where white people are going to be so afraid to even, call out black people for wandering around the neighborhood, looking suspicious, because they don't want to be labeled as a racist. It's going to get to that point. Do I believe a race war is coming? Yes, I do believe a race war is coming, and I hope it fucking does, because I am tired. I am sick and tired of seeing this shit being played over loop after loop after loop. I'm telling you, it's going to get to a point where, because so many white people are being backed into a corner right now, and there's an expression that the only time where an animal is most dangerous is when it's cornered. And white people are being pushed into this corner where they can't say anything to black people. They can't arrest black people. They can't even lawfully and justifiably shoot black people. Just like all those incidents. What was that incident? I forget. What state was that in? I mean, there's been so many of them. You would think I could know them off the top of my head, but I try not to really dive too deep into that stuff. It's like another one where you can actually prove that, okay, this shooting was justified. Yeah, I know there was one recently in Chicago, of course, but nevertheless, it's going to get to a point where white people are going to get back into a corner so bad that they're just going to come out swinging. They're just going to say, you know what, fuck it. They're just going to go ham, and then they're just going to lose their shit. And it's gonna look really bad on the regular black people who are just trying to chill, minding their own business, not fucking with white people, because we know what the fuck white people can do. You guys not understand. You guys not understand that all these like NAACP, all these like pro-black movements, they do not fundamentally understand that white people make up 60%, about 60% of this country. They do not understand that white people hold a lot of fucking power and a lot of fucking ammunition. White people, that's all they fucking do. Especially ones around my neighborhood. All they do is hunt and fish, go to the range and shoot, clean their guns. Even some of the friends I know, they have like these like little storage bunkers. They have these like little huts in the woods where they can like live off the land and shit. They have like little gardens. These people are prepared. And I don't really think black people understand how prepared white people are. It's really scary. It's like you guys are going up against an enemy that has fundamentally dominated a majority of the world. Look, you can go back and look at World War I and World War II. Look at their colonels and generals in those armies, in those wars. They weren't black people. You can go back to the Civil War, the Revolutionary War. Look at their colonels, look at their generals. People who have conquered land and taken over territories, built up empires, the Roman Empire. White people. Do you guys not understand that you really do not want this smoke? I know I don't want it. Cause see, I'm an opportunist. I'm smart. You have to think that I'm not gonna put myself in a position to where I know I'm gonna lose. Why the fuck would I go out there and fundamentally fuck with these people who I know are the majority? Hell, look at the fucking Civil War. Take the Civil War. It took abolitionists. It took other white people fighting white people to actually bring us out of slavery, well, bring my ancestors out of slavery. Do you honestly think that black people could have done that on their own? Then again, I don't know, because with all those slave revolts, I know that there are more slaves than slave owners or like slave watchers or whatever. So there, of course, there are a lot of revolts in the South. I believe at that point, like the early 1700s, I believe there were more blacks than whites, I believe. But then you have to also look at the colonies. I don't know. See, now I'm gonna have to go search that out. But nevertheless, you guys really don't want that smoke, man. And it's getting to a point where white people are gonna say, "Yo, this enough is enough, bro." You're really gonna get to that point. So, do I think a civil war is happening? Is on the horizon? Yes, I think that shit is gonna come. I think it's gonna happen. I hope that it does, because there's so much animosity and there's so much fighting going on that it's just a fucking powder keg, and it has to explode. This pressure has to be released somewhere. All right, and it's crazy because if you think about it, Malcolm X was really right, because ultimately Malcolm X, he was a lot different, of course, than MLK, but he fundamentally believed that if we were to integrate, it would have to come naturally. It would have to come over the course of time. If you just force people to live together, bad shit is going to happen. And look what's happening. Look around you. Look at what's going on. All these incidents of these racially charged incidents that some, yes, you can prove, some not so much. It's just crazy. If all this stuff just occurred naturally, then I think it would have been a better outlook for real. That's honestly what I believe. But forcing people to live in the same space together, it just doesn't work. And now we have like these black colleges, these black institutions where they only want like black spaces. They're in a sense, they're arguing for segregation, something that their ancestors fought and died for. Just for their ancestors fought and died to integrate. But I don't know, man. I really don't know, because this shit is this is really getting out of hand. And I mean, it looks bad all around, because I mean, and it also looks very suspect, because that guy has to know that in this political climate, that if he was seen arguing with a black person, of course niggas are gonna rise up and destroy shit. So I don't know why he thought that was such a good idea. That's what I'm saying. This whole situation looks very sus. Like, wow. And plus, he knew he was being recorded. That's the thing. This seems very fishy, bro. Like, I don't understand this. But again, I mean, guys, you know, he's been in the army, so maybe he just doesn't give a fuck. But I'm pretty sure he would have to understand the optics. I don't know, man. Like, again, there's so much stuff and there's so much variables that we don't know, that it's hard to come to a concrete conclusion. So I'm gonna have to wait and see, like, what the verdict is. I have to wait and see if we get more information. I just can't look at this incident and chuck it up as, okay, this is racially motivated. I can't say that. I don't know what actually led to this situation. This is step B. We don't know what step A was. Like, like what? I don't know, man. Every outlet that I'm seeing, it all says this is being racially motivated. That's how you know that the fucking media, our mainstream media, is in the back pockets of the Democratic Party and of these elitists who want this shit. They want this shit because in the end they win. Ultimately, bruh. Think about it, man. Honestly, think about it. Why do they push this shit? Why do Joe Biden push this shit? Why does the Democratic Party push this shit? Black Lives Matter raised what, 90 million? Donated, hell, I don't know if they donated. I'm pretty sure they donated mostly all, but donated millions to Act Blue, which funds the Democrat Party, funds the elitists. They want this shit because they make money off it. And black people are so fundamentally stupid that they don't understand what the fuck is going on. And yet so many people are out here raising the alarms and sounding the trumpet, and yet they continue to be fucked over and over. It's impressive. It's honestly impressive. I'm not gonna lie. The Democrats, they have bamboozled black people so badly that they don't even damn. I don't know, man. But again, it's what the elitists want. It's what they want. Fundamentally, this is what they want. They want all this racial tension because it takes the eyes off of them. Because they know if everyone lived in harmony, if everyone lived in peace, they're going to come after the elites. Simple as that. This is just an act of diversion. That's all it is. I don't understand why more people aren't seeing this. Even I'm seeing this, and I'm not the smartest guy around. Hell, I can consider myself pretty dumb, especially when it comes to stuff like this. That's why I'm really trying to get educated and see things in a different light and take context wherever I can. Take in as much context as I can. But that's just me. So, I think my rant is over. This video is long enough. Again, guys, if you guys live in South Carolina, let me know if I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure I am. But I've searched a lot of outlets, and a lot of them are saying they don't know what caused this incident. But again, I'm not going to chuck it up as being, racially motivated, because honestly, I don't know. I don't know what caused this. I don't know what led up to the situation. So I can't just say, oh, the guy's racist. Like, we don't. You're supposed to ask questions. That's the thing. You're supposed to ask questions. But we're just all about this shoot first and ask questions second mentality, and it's pretty bad. But guys, I'm getting out of here. If you guys enjoyed this, again, if any of you guys are also in South Carolina, let me know if there's something that I missed. Maybe I did. Who knows? But until next time, guys, be safe out there, man. Hold on the fort. That's all you can do, because something big is coming. I feel it, man. I feel it in my bones. Something big is coming. But till next time, take care. Bye-bye.